Good morning, cousins. Go get your coffee, your tea, your water, whatever you're drinking this morning, and come sit down with me for a few minutes. Because today's conversation, it stepped on my toes a little bit. Today's word is faithfulness, but we're talking specifically about being faithful with what's already in your hands. And baby, this one made me look at myself. Because how many times have we convinced ourselves that everything would start working if we just had a little bit more? More money, more inventory, more followers, more customers, more equipment, more opportunities. But what if the real question isn't, what do I need next? What if the real question is, what am I doing with what I already have? Now get comfortable, cousins, because we're going to talk about it. How many times have we told ourselves we just need a little bit more? More money, more inventory, more followers, more customers, more equipment, more opportunities. We keep saying, if I just had a little more, then I could really make this work. But what if that's not the real issue? What if the issue isn't that we need more? What if the real question is, what are we doing with what we already have? Because sometimes we stay focused on what's missing and we overlook what's already sitting right in front of us. And baby, that will slow you down every single time. You can spend so much time thinking about the next thing, the bigger thing, and the better thing that you never fully work the thing already in your hands. And that's where faithfulness comes in. Faithfulness says, let me stop overlooking what I already have. Let me stop talking myself out of starting. Let me stop acting like small beginnings don't matter. Let me stop waiting for perfect. Because the truth is, what you already have may be enough to begin. And once you really sit with that, cousins, it makes you think a little differently. Because now the question changes from what do I need next to what have I not fully used yet? And that's the conversation we need to have. Now, let me use myself as an example. With Kiana's Corner, I could sit here and say, Keekee, you need some more inventory. And baby, I can find something to buy. Don't tempt me. I can turn browsing into a business meeting real quick. But at some point, I have to ask myself, Keekee, have you really worked what you already bought? Have I photographed it? Have I shown it to my audience? Have I packaged it well? Have I tried different ways of selling it? Have I talked about it more than once? Have I paid attention to what people are actually interested in? Because buying more inventory doesn't automatically build a successful business. Learning how to sell what you already have does. And that means paying attention. What are people picking up? What are they asking about? What are they passing over? What are they actually willing to spend money on? That information matters. Because once you start watching your customer response, you stop guessing, you start learning. And once you learn what works, you can do more of that. That's how you go from just having products to actually building a business. And cousins, this isn't just about business. Some of us are asking for another opportunity while ignoring the opportunity sitting right in front of us. We're asking for another idea when we haven't finished the first one. We're asking for a bigger audience, but we're not consistently talking to the audience we already have. We're asking for more customers, but we haven't followed up with the customers who already supported us. We're asking for another door to open while we're still standing in the doorway of the one that's already open. Come on now. And sometimes we look at somebody else with 50,000 followers and start feeling like what we have isn't enough. But baby, if 50 people are watching you, those are 50 real people. Talk to them, serve them, listen to them, give them something worth coming back for. Don't get so busy looking at somebody else's table that you forget people have already chosen to sit at yours. And that applies to more than social media. Maybe you already have a talent you haven't developed. Maybe you already have an idea you keep putting off. Maybe you already have a customer base you haven't really learned yet. Maybe you already have an opportunity you've been treating like it's too small. Sometimes the blessing isn't in getting something new. Sometimes the blessing is in finally recognizing the value of what you already have. And that, cousins, is where faithfulness really starts. And cousins, this is what faithfulness really looks like. Faithfulness isn't always exciting. Sometimes faithfulness looks like doing the same thing again tomorrow, showing up again, posting again, learning again, trying another presentation, taking better pictures, changing what isn't working, listening to your customers, paying attention to what worked, paying attention to what didn't work, and then trying again. That's how you grow. That's how you learn your customer. That's how you learn what sells. That's how you learn what people are actually willing to pay for. And that's how a collection of merchandise becomes a real business. So before you say, I need more, ask yourself, have I been faithful with what I already have? Because your next level may not require something new. Your next level may require you to become more intentional with what you already have. And sometimes, cousins, the breakthrough isn't in getting more. Sometimes the breakthrough is in finally doing more with what's already in your hands. So cousins, here's your challenge for today. Look around. What do you already have that you haven't fully used? Maybe it's a product. Maybe it's an idea. Maybe it's a talent. Maybe it's a skill you learned years ago. Maybe it's a business you started and stopped working on. Maybe it's an opportunity you've been treating like it's too small. Before you ask for more work, was already in your hands. And that's our coffee conversation for today. But before you go, I want you to talk back to me in the comments. What is one thing already in your hands that you know you need to do more with? And yes, I'm answering too. Because Cousin Keekee is not sitting up here pretending she has it all together. We're working on this together. If this conversation helped you, subscribe and come back for our next coffee conversation with Cousin Keekee. Bring your cup, bring your goals, and baby, bring your business because we're going to talk about it. I'll see you next time, cousins.